everyone, welcome back to Time to Change. My name is Antonella. I'm a licensed practitioner of NLP and I work also as a marketing and communication manager. And today I have the great pleasure to be with my friend Jayne. Hi Jayne.
Hello Bella, darling. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing today?
I'm brilliant. Yeah, great. Thank you. Hello, I'm Jayne. I'm a life coach and a stylist and a teacher. Lovely to see you today.
Yeah, that's a beautiful day, Madrid. Sunny and hot.
Gorgeous. Absolutely perfect.
Very, very nice. So, Jayne, thank you very much for joining us today. Yes, and I have a really interesting topic, and I would appreciate your help with just to discuss with whoever is listening to us, because I also have a really interesting exercise at the end we can do together.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to ask you: do you already have clear in your mind what is your life mission or your personal mission?
Do you know what? I've been working on that question for a long time. I would say maybe 30 years.
Yeah.
And what I found from this lockdown is that I've actually had time to actually just think about it, rather than just keep doing and trying and dying and pushing and pushing. Just to kind of just sit and be quiet and just to really kind of be still and hear the words, because it's a bit scary sometimes when it's not obvious. So yes, I do know, finally. Yay!
Nice. Okay. Yeah, because this is the topic I would like to discuss today, because I met many people in my life, and also myself included, that actually don't know their mission. So what they do, they finish their study, they go to university, they get married, they start working, and they take any job. So they actually, without any having in clear in mind what the mission is. So, I was thinking about that. It was actually easy to decide what is your mission. I think it's very important to, first of all, discover what is really important to you. So what generates emotion, what is pushing you ahead, and ask yourself for what you would be willing to leave or sacrifice your life, to change your life, or to sacrifice your, your actual or your current job, to change, to choose anything else. So I think what I learned is that starting to define what are my values helped me a lot to define then my life mission or my personal mission.
Yep, absolutely. So, in life coaching, it's based on your values. So that's really fundamental to work out what your values are.
Yeah. But all this, what really motivates you, what is really important to you, these are called values. The values normally define you as a person. So maybe, let's say, for you, things like family, career, friends, joy, or freedom are the most important things for you. So in this case, are your value.
Exactly. And everyone's different. And apparently you only kind of operate from your top 5. So that's why it's so important to actually establish what your values are. And mine, for example, is creativity, freedom.
Don't tell me now, because the exercise we're going to do later is about that. So keep it light for now.
Because they change all the time. I would have thought they would have been that. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's good you have clear what your values are, because then we will do it later, a little exercise at the end, and then you will need to use that. So it's really, it comes really handy to have it already clear what your values are. Cool. Actually, I did this exercise, and I'm thinking about, my mission, my personal mission, also using NLP. And as Richard Bandler is the co-creator of NLP. And he says once that it's more important to establish a direction rather than objectives. So we always maybe think the objectives are actually what are really important, what we want to do in life. We want to do that and that, and then to have a lot of objectives. But actually, this is not the most important thing. The key is to establish a direction. So imagine you are, like, for example, driving a car. So, and you are like driving on a road. That road in front of you is your direction. That's your life mission, okay? And then maybe you have a different stops. You stop to see a place, and then another one, and then you go to another place. I'm using this as, metaphorical talking. But all these places you are visiting are actually your objectives. So whatever you want, you can change your objectives, because maybe you find out, you already, does make sense for you, or you want something else. But you have to be clear about the road you're driving on. So this is the direction. And I found it really interesting when he was saying that, Richard Bandler, the co-creator of NLP, and I found really true. So, and obviously the values in this case are what are using as a compass. So are guiding you through this journey. So it's
beautifully put. Yeah, it's beautifully put. Your values are like your compass. I love that.
Yeah. So just to resume, we can say the direction is the purpose of your life, so your personal mission, and the values are your compass. Because it's something that, obviously, imagine you are, as I said, driving, and then you want to stop somewhere else, and then your values guided you. So they say, okay, this is not good for you because I'm not part of your package, I'm not part of your values. So that's what differentiates one person to the other. And then I would like to just share with you another interesting example my teacher of NLP gave me once, and I found it really inspiring. Basically, my teacher is also working with a professional athlete. So professional, how do you say in English? Athlete is okay, right?
Yeah.
And this girl, she wanted to be the world champion of fitness. So she told him, I want to be the world champion of fitness. Can you help me with NLP? And obviously he helped her. But so she worked really hard. She trained a lot every single day, many, many hours. And then finally she did it. She made it. She achieved her objective, and she became the world champion of fitness. And can you guess what happened the day after that? What do you think?
She broke a leg, or she just stopped because she had nothing more to aim towards?
Exactly. She started crying. She was desperate because her life didn't make any sense anymore, because she put everything on that single objective. That's why objective and direction are two different things. So, objectives are important, but you should have clear what your direction is, and then fit all your objective into it. So that's what I learned from my study, and also talking to people. And I think it's really inspiring. It makes totally sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Can you give us an example then? What do you think her direction was? Maybe to be inspiring, or to be a voice for the fitness world, and then her objective would have been,
it depends on values. So then the exercise will explain exactly how you can get and you can define your personal mission, your direction, based on your values. Obviously, it's important also to know what your values are, because as I said, it's your compass. So I'll tell you in a bit how to do it. Like we can do it like together with the guys that are listening to us. Mm-hmm. And we can do it together, this little exercise, and I hope it will help many of you to find out what your direction is. So another important thing is just to take into account that the direction is not something related to external aspects. It's something internal. So objective could be like external things. Direction is something that is internal to everyone, to each of us. So I think the real person, the real hero, of the person that achieves dreams, is the one that keeps walking on his direction and stays true to its values, despite all the challenges, obstacles. It's really important to stay on your direction when you find out that's it, this is the true direction I want to follow. It's important also to stay true to your value. And then in that case, you can be, how do you say, like, I cannot find right now the word.
True to yourself. True to yourself?
Yeah, true to yourself. And, I don't know.
Unique? Unique?
No, it's not that, but I will find out later. As you already know, I'm not English, so for me it's quite difficult and challenging.
Lost in translation sometimes.
Yes, exactly. So, Jayne, I think it's time. You said an important thing at the beginning I liked, and you said, I dedicate all my life to find out what my purpose was. And then in particular, now that we have lots of time, probably it's the time to establish your direction. So I think for many people, it's the time, as it's the right one. to sit down, to think about it, and to write down and to find out what's your life purpose. So I think it's the right moment to do it.
Because the right time is always now. You know, to find your life purpose will give you so much satisfaction. And, you know, in a way, apart from being an amazing parent and doing an amazing job and being an amazing friend and doctor, a daughter, etc., your personal mission is your divine right. You know, these skills and talents and interests and passions have been given to you to put together for you to work out what that is. And you'll be so happy when you've done that. It's tricky because it might not be created yet. You know, that's the difficult part. Or you might have something stopping you from being there, getting to that. But to stop and to spend the time in trying to work out, I think is hugely important.
Yeah, I completely agree. And do you have any personal experience or people person that had a particular challenging time you find their...
I think a lot. I think unless it's obvious, people generally don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. You know, because and when I started coaching, I wanted to specialize in that, but I realized that it was an overwhelming subject to people. You know, particularly you've got stuff to work through, because it sounds really grand, my life purpose. You know, people kind of say to me, well, can't you just find what your thing is, your groove, you know, to change the wording around it. And it's one of those things that you don't realize how amazing it is until you will find it. And it's like, now it all makes sense. Doing that job, meeting that person, doing that course, reading that book, it's all part of the divine plan, or the plan, whatever your belief system is.
All comes together. Yeah, I think it's
I think it's a scary subject, because if you haven't got a clue, you know, it's difficult.
Yeah, but it's also
maybe it's a luxury as well for some people to think that, you know, in this world when we're working just to pay the rent, you know, almost in survival mode, thinking about your life purpose is a luxury, unfortunately. And I wish it wasn't that way.
Yeah, because we will just, I gave you the example at the beginning. Many people I met, they just carry on with their life. They go with the flow. So they don't stop and think, this is what I want to do. What is my mission? What are my values? So just,
it's so important.
Yeah, they jump from one thing to the other just because of the circumstances. So as I said, it's something external, it's not internal. So they be guided from external aspects or things that happen to them, but they're not really, you know, finding out what is moving you, you know, from inside, which is really important, really valuable. So I think it's time to do the exercise, and maybe we can find out what is your life purpose. So
fantastic! Come on, let's all do it together.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm really excited. So please, if you need time, just stop the video, because I want you to take a pencil and a piece of paper, because I would like you to write down these things. I'll tell you in a minute.
Check.
Okay, good student.
Good. I came prepared.
Yeah, you can prepare it. Okay, so as I said, take a piece of paper and a pencil and start writing all things that are important to you. And please don't think too much. Just write down the first things that comes up into your mind. So it could be family, love, freedom, career, money, travel, anything that you think are your value. Things that are really important to you. So I'll give you some moment.
Okay. How many? I've got
No worries. Don't worry about that. Okay, it's fine. I mean, you can write as many as you want, because now the second part of the exercise is about selecting these values. So now I would like to suggest you to create your own flag. So imagine you are living like in a castle on what would be your flag on it, you know? So for that, so to draw and to prepare your flag, I would like you to select from this list you just made 3 or 4 maximum values. So the one that are most important to you. Obviously, probably you will have some doubt about one or the other. So if you have some doubt in selecting them, ask yourself, would I sacrifice value A for value B, or value B for value C? So in this way, you can find out which is one what are your 3 or 4 top values?
Okay.
Okay. And then we go to the second part of the exercise, which is define a concrete action where all these values will fit in. Just to make it like in a simple words, make your statement. For example, I'll give you an example. If your values are, let's say, freedom, learning, and respect, so the direction, so your statement, so your direction would be, for example, live by learning fairly while respecting others, but with personal freedom to make my own decisions. Because, you know, you're using all this value, you're fitting all this value in this statement. So make your statement is actually your direction, is the purpose of your life. So once you have this direction, then you can fit all the objectives in. So obviously take a few moments to write down your statement, and make sure, as I said, to put your values, to reflect your values in it. Can we know yours, Jayne?
Oh,
yes.
I have to share that. I thought it was anonymous over here.
Only if you want. Only, it's not mandatory. Only if you feel to.
Okay, okay, I will. It's my thing.
Yeah,
it's my thing. I had to share. Joining in love and creativity through travel in making a difference.
Okay, well, what are your value again? Travel and
love, creativity, travel, and making a difference.
Okay. And sorry, can you repeat your statement then?
Sure. Joining love and creativity through travel in making a difference.
Wow, that's a very beautiful one.
Like?
Nice. I love it. Very nice. Okay. So, I mean, now you just need to fit your objectives in this path.
Okay. Done. Bye. I'm done.
I mean, you have it. Yeah, but you have it already. I mean, you're really pretty clear what your direction is. So I think it's you're halfway. I mean,
I know, I've just got to get on with it. That's the thing. Just got to do it now.
Yeah, just think it. Do you think the objectives you established, for example, in the last year or maybe in the last few months, were, I mean, in line with this direction you're taking? Aligned
No.
to it?
No. This is my life purpose, and what I've been doing so far is paying the rent.
Okay. All right.
So it's about taking the time out to make that happen. You know, being brave. Any NLP tips to help me be brave, Antonella?
Yes, it helps a lot, because also reminds you that last time we talked about changes, and we talk about, how sometimes making changes or thinking that we have to jump from one thing that obviously help us to pay the rent to something that actually is our purpose, be really scary. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we have to really empower ourselves and make sure that, that we can do it. We can do it. We can achieve it. We can achieve our dreams.
The thing is that we have to.
We have to.
That's the thing, isn't it? Like, you don't want to be 95 and going, oh God, I wish I'd done that.
Yes.
I don't want to be doing that. So we have to just make it happen.
Yes, I would also suggest just to write somewhere you can easily see your direction on a blackboard in your house, or somewhere that is clearly visible.
Write lipstick on the mirror, or print out and put it inside your wardrobe door, or inside anywhere you see regularly, and then move it, because sometimes we get used to it being there.
Yeah. Because in this way, if you have clear, and this is my life purpose, and then you select your objectives based on that. So every time you have one course, another, or one thing or another, you just remind yourself, this is my life purpose. Is this objectives fits in my life purpose? Yes, no. If you know, don't waste your time.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I mean, really, I have been traveling, living in different countries for the last few years, and exploring creativity and stuff. So I have kind of been on the path, it's just about creating different objectives now then, right? On my path.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said before, you just need now to create your objectives.
Yeah, sorry, I get it now.
All right. Okay, so can we maybe just recap, just for the people that are listening to us, about the main, let's say, the main topics.
Okay, all right. So the thing to do is to work out the purpose of your life, right? And that the fact that it's internal rather than external is key here, because I think we live quite an external life. So it's about working out our own road through our values, right? And by identifying that through our top 3 or 4 values, then we can establish the objectives, and we can make decisions as to whether something's appropriate or not appropriate, because we have our own map of the world. That's what NLP is, isn't it? And we have our road, and we're going. So we're not going to be going off. We can go off a little bit, but we want to stay on the road because we know it's our road.
Yeah.
And the stop ones are, you can stop for a marathon, or you can stop for a lunch or dinner. So it doesn't have to be the same size. Is that what you mean? And so once you define your direction, then you know what your objectives are and aren't. And values are what define you as a person. I think that's absolutely fundamental. And I think a lot of people don't know about values. So just if you're having a problem with working out what your values are, imagine yourself in a black universe with nothing around you at all. What do you want there? Is it beauty? Is it friendship? Is it family? Is it money? Is it travel? Is it sunshine? Is it whatever it is for you? Write it all down, and then just pick out the top 4. Yeah. And don't think too much about that, because you're not like giving something up. It's just that's slightly more important to me.
Yeah,
that's me. I can't live without that. It might be music, it might be film. Do you know what I mean? It could be your partner.
Yeah,
but it's
yes, so important to know a bit more ourselves, and to do this exercise to deep dive inside, and to see what is important to us, what defines us as a person.
I was going to ask, when do you suggest people do that? Because I think in this busy world, it's difficult to stop and take stock. You know what I mean? Take time for yourself. So should we do it on a run? Should we do it in meditation? Should we do it, go and sit in the park? What do you suggest?
I would say anything when your mind is quiet, when you are not busy doing something else. If you're running, you're running. I think you should do one thing per time, and pay attention on what you're doing. So if you're running, you're just running. So maybe just meditate, take your time, just quiet your mind for a bit, and then in that moment you can work on your values, and define what are your top values. I think could work pretty. I mean, it worked with many people. Work with me as well. So I would suggest to do when you are quiet at home.
Okay, so we've got to do it today. Today, now is the time. The time is now.
Yes.
The power of now, people. Go and write it all down. If you haven't done it, watch the video again, but make sure you do it today. Otherwise you'll forget.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jenny, for this recap. I think it was really important and really effective. So I think that's it for today. I think we just wrap it up.
Purpose done. Tick. Next.
Yeah. And as always, please let us know if you found this video useful. If you actually find out what was your purpose, what was your mission and your objectives, and what are your values. So why not share with us?
Yeah, write it in the box if it's helped you or anything you've realized. Until then, till next time. Thank you, darling heart.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure, darling. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.